Hello YouTube, welcome to another Doomsday Prepper video from Colorado Prepper. Now this video follows one that I did on preparing to be homeless. That one covered what you do before you set out to be homeless. And this video concerns what to do and advice I have for you after you become homeless. So the first thing to do is locate a good camping site. By a supermarket is ideal. They're open till late at night and they open early in the morning. And they don't care if you use the facilities for hygiene or what have you. You don't have to buy anything to use the facilities in a supermarket. Every single time they'll let you. You can go in there and shave if you shave. You can brush your teeth, floss your teeth. You can wash your face and your hair in the sink. They don't care. Sometimes 7-Eleven will do that. Sometimes they'll make you buy something. Sometimes Conoco will let you do that. Sometimes they'll make you buy something. But they always let you do it in a supermarket. So I recommend locating yourself by a given supermarket. Also, avoid urinating in public. A lot of cities, including my own, are classifying that as a sex crime now, so you have to register as a sex offender because you had to pee. It doesn't seem right to me, but that's what they're doing, as I understand it. I recommend you pee your pants rather than urinate in public. That's not a crime. It's not a crime, it's considered an accident, right? You can wash your clothes later in a laundromat. Sleeping in parks is good for the fall and winter months. Sleeping in parks is not good for the spring and summer months. The reason being that they water the grass in the middle of the night in most parks, and you get everything soaked. Wake you up with a flood of water and get all your gear soaked if you're camping out in a park. In the fall and the winter, it's just fine, and the police don't tend to bug you there. But in the spring and summer months, you want to avoid sleeping in parks because of the sprinklers. A grassy area that doesn't get sprinklered or doesn't get watered is ideal. If it's raining or snowing, you need an overhang. On the sidewalk beneath the freeway bridge is good. And a lot of structures in a lot of cities provide overhangs, and that's what you need to locate if it's raining or snowing and you don't have a tent. You want to apply if you don't have any money. You want to apply for food stamps first of all. And I covered having documents in my earlier video, but you need documents to do that. But you want to apply for food stamps, and you can get food stamps just from being poor. If you want disability payments, you have to show you can't work. Not just that you can't find a job, but that you can't work. That's more difficult to accomplish than getting food stamps. But they have lawyers that'll help you apply for disability, and it's worth a try. If that's what you want to do, it's worth a try. Be wary of the other homeless. Be wary of anyone who take you under the wing. They're just out to rob you. They're out to take advantage. They're out to rob you, steal your stuff. They say they're going to watch your stuff while you go do something. They'll steal it. They recommend you stash your stuff here or there. They'll come back and steal it. Worst of all, human trafficking is a real concern. For the homeless. Human traffickers prey on the homeless. It doesn't really apply if you're not young and beautiful, but if you're young and beautiful, you gotta really watch it. Human trafficking is a real concern. The first thing they'll do is try to roofie you, and after roofing you, they'll try to kidnap you. Roofies can come in drinks. Roofies can come in cigarettes. Don't know if you knew that. A lot of people don't. But cigarettes can be roofied, and food can be roofied. You really got to watch yourself. It's not an issue if you're not young and beautiful, but if you're young and beautiful, you got to really watch out for the human traffickers. Like I said, they prey on the homeless, both men and women. Don't carry anything illegal, whether it's weaponry or drugs. Assume that the police are going to search your things at some point, which they will. Don't fall for any sting operations. As I understand it, a lot of the police in a lot of cities are combating the so-called problem of homelessness by throwing the homeless in jail. They want to get you in a sting operation. They want to get you for any number of things that they could arrest you for. But watch it and don't carry anything illegal, whether it's weaponry or drugs. That being said, also don't panhandle. It's not wise. It's a ticket from police. It's a ticket you can't pay, most likely, which would mean jail time. Yeah, I don't recommend panhandling, whether it's flying a sign or walking up to people and asking for money. Many states offer a good deal for recycled items, bottles and cans. My state does not, but I was homeless. When I was homeless, I went through trash cans off of South Broadway and collected scrap metal. And people saw me doing that, and they got real generous. They see I was struggling, they see I was poor, going through the trash, and people got real generous and gave me a lot more than I got from the cans themselves. But I was collecting scrap metal up and down South Broadway, and a lot of people saw me and gave me a lot of money. One thing to be aware of when you're dumpster diving or going through trash, wear work gloves, number one. And number two, be very, very wary of hypodermic needles in the trash. That's a real concern. There's centers for day labor here and there. They don't usually get you anything, but every now and then they'll get you a day job. So you can, if you have documents, you can prove you're a legal resident or what have you. You can get day labor jobs. There's centers where people just hang out all morning waiting to get hired for a day labor job. If you're very, very near crisis, see if any friends or family will take you in. Reach out to your support system. See if there's anything that they can do to help you or are willing to help you with. That's if you're nearing crisis. Consider admitting yourself to a psych hospital. Now, some psych hospitals will discharge you to the street, but others, like Fort Logan here, won't discharge you until you have found housing. The downside of that is it could take as long as 6 months to find you housing. So you'd be locked up in a psych hospital for 6 months. If you're very near crisis, it's not a bad idea to admit yourself to a psych hospital. But like I said, the downside is they may end up keeping you against your will for around 6 months or so. As far as showering goes, shelters will give you a hot shower. Here in Colorado, there's a state park in the Denver metro area. It's a coin-operated shower. I don't think they care if you use it. You're not supposed to use it unless you're camping, but I don't think they really care. So there's a coin-operated shower there. And also, what you can do, at least if you're male, is take off your shirt and pour water on yourself from your water bottles, just on the street corner anywhere, and then you suds up with soap, and then rinse off with more water bottles. Obviously, if you're female, you can't really do that. But if you're male, you can take off your shirt and give yourself a bird bath on the street. It's not a bad thing. It can really help make you feel at least like you're not a bum, you know. When you're low on food, what you should buy with the little money you have is white sugars. You get your biggest bang for your buck in terms of calorie per dollar spent on white sugars, whether it's donuts or candy or what have you, cookies, things like that. And that's the food that's most readily turned into heat. The food that's most readily turned into heat to heat you up all night long is the white sugars. That's the food that you need to survive the winter, really. And finally, try to develop hobbies to deal with the misery, whether that's reading novels, reading newspapers, doing art projects, something like that. Try to do something to deal with the misery in terms of hobbies and things to do and things to pass the time. In any case, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed my video. Peace out.